Alright, we are going live now. Alright. How y'all doing here? It's Pops and yo man. We are live from TV. We're doing another rant and rave in America. We're doing something different today, folks. What we really want to talk about today, I think let's go military, yes?
Yes.
We're going to talk about the military, our brothers. We love them, sisters, mothers, children, fathers. And I noticed today you are actually sporting your white hat.
Yes.
What's the semblance on that one there?
The semblance is that I am proud of what I've done. Served in the military. Proud of it. But I was talking with my girlfriend. I was going to say something else, but she don't mind if I say old lady. But I'm going to say that anyway. But I do wear it. When I'm out and about, I wasn't wearing it the last time because I got invited to do this last time, so I didn't have it. Also, it's just one of them things, man. It's just, I wear it because I'm proud of it, and I served, and it's just one of them things. Like a lot of people, you'll see veterans out there at Walmart or Kmart, wherever you go, they'll wear their hats that say veteran, and they served, but they wear it because they served a year, 2 years, 3 years, and it's there. But a lot of them, throughout the last several years, it's just the way I feel, it's just some veterans, it's just like, I'm proud to be a veteran, but the way that things have happened through how they were dealt with through the government after they retired. I always wore my hat, just like this past week. I was honored with some new pins and awards, and
are you able to elaborate on those awards and let us know what you were awarded for?
Yes, I got one of the pins I got today, or not today, but I'm proudly to put on my hat, and I am just so gracious to be honored with it. My Worlds of Marine Corps pin, which is, I'll set her up here closer. My Marine Corps wreath, and a lot of people know what it is. It's this one here. It just, for what people, gentlemen and nurses and stuff that served in the military during World War II and stuff, that's why they call it the wreath of the Marine Corps, which, once again, which is one right here. Marines have done a lot, other branches too, but one award I've got a service of conduct and excellence and serving, and then another one I received, besides I have numerous pins that I was awarded over the years when I got wounded. My Saudi Arabia pin, and my Kuwait pin, and my excellence in service and recommendations pin, and as well as my certificates that, even though Biden wasn't there, he was supposed to be. There was stuff going on in the world today. I got my acknowledgement from the government in my pins and in my medals too. I got Bronze Star, and I got the Purple Heart again with my time in Kuwait and operations that I've done about.
So how many presidents have you actually served under?
Well, really, if you look at, well, because some of them have served 2 terms.
Right.
But, Reagan and Clinton and both Bushes. I retired before Trump got in, but Clinton and Obama.
Out of those presidents, if y'all don't mind me asking, I am going to ask this question because I do want to know this, and I'm sure you do too. Which president do you think really served you guys best?
Reagan and Trump. And a lot of people can say, oh, well, but if you look at it, when Reagan took office, he was cleaning up Carter's mess. He was cleaning up that mess, and he got Reagan into the early presidency. Carter would have been president if he got reelected, if that conflict didn't come up, and he would have. But then, of course, you had to get, like now, yes, gas prices are high, yes. But on the other hand, at at that time, Carter was dealing with foreign oil and everything else, trying not to get into a conflict over that, and also the hostage situation with that conflict that was going on.
If you don't mind me asking, though, which conflict are you talking about? When you say conflict, I know that you just said as a conflict. I want to bring it up, but I'm going to ask you to name that. Which conflict was that?
It wasn't the Bay of Pigs.
No, I know that.
But I know what it is, and people don't know what it is. I hate bringing it up because my brother served it. One of my brothers just enlisted and died. He wasn't even in the service full. He was in there and he only served 6 months and died. I don't talk about it, and it's just, you know what conflict I'm talking about.
I do. I was just hoping you would name it out there because a lot of people,
I know,
even in
but
our
it's
schools,
just-
they leave it out of the history books, and it's just
And
a
it's
sad
not
thing.
in the history books.
History should be taught, and what they're doing now and erasing histories in our schools and not teaching history right. It's a shame in our country. It really is.
But it's just, and people Google it. I know what it is, and people say, "Well, how you do, sir?" I was only 8 years old, and when my brother got killed, I hate bringing it up because he was my older brother, and I just, it's hard for me to deal with, and there's stuff that I did in the military. It's hard for me to deal with, and let me tell you, I'm going to bring this up right now.
What's that?
Is that there are people that have served and that are serving now, and I can attest to it. I've had shock treatments to get rid of stuff that I've done or that I've seen. And then it's just one of them deals. You know what I'm talking about.
And to pause you, just for the viewers out there, we will go into what Pop's saying with shock treatments, therapy, and all that. We can do that in another episode.
Yes,
That's what we're talking about right
episode.
now.
But that's just one factor that it just, you can't. The milk, you can go whatever. I mean, I can go on.
Take your
but
time,
it's
brother.
just
Take your time.
one of them deals. It's the military is the United States. Oh, and by the way, you can hit me if you want, but the United States of America has all these branches, and it's the greatest branch to serve in. It really is. Otherwise, I wouldn't have got into it, people. And I wouldn't believe into it. Yes, there's a lot of things that it's messed up. There's a lot of things screwed up with our governments, local, city, county. I mean, local is city, county, whatever, state, and go up from there up to the presidency. But let me tell you something. If it wasn't for our military, and I can contest to this, and I wasn't around then, I wasn't even a brain fart then. But let me tell you what, we would be speaking German right now if it wasn't for our government and somebody leading our country. Yes, the president he oversees our government. He oversees our military. But then yet, guess what the president says? The president says, no matter Democrat, Republican, and no matter what mess is going on, he says, well, General Eisenhower, or if it's General this person or General that person, Patton, whoever it is, they're going to say, this is what we think, you got the draft plans, whatever else. A lot of things are screwed up, and let me tell you what, though, and that's just like you'd be speaking Korean right now. You would be, or Vietnamese, or whatever. You would be, and I got off track. I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
But,
Keep you on that note. For all you people that are so concluded, I think is what I'm looking for, that think that the president has all the power in the U.S., he doesn't. His powers, just because he has a say-so of the military, does not give him all the power in the U.S. That goes to our Senate and Congress. That is why it's very important, especially with these midterms coming up. That is where your vote really freaking matters because, and pardon my French there, freaking fuck it. That's where it really fucking matters because that's who actually holds the power. The president is foreign. His power is foreign. He does no say-so whatsoever what goes on in this country. That's your Senate. That is Congress. These midterms coming up, folks, vote hard on that because that's where the true power lies in this country. The president is military and foreign policy only. That's his power. That's where he has the power at. If that helped you out there at all.
Well, I already knew it. I
where you
knew
were
it, but I'm
going.
just saying, I mean, rant and rave, but it's just, I've gotten to a lot, like when I go to a bar, there's a few here in this County in this town I go to. But
Now, speaking of the bar, do you mind if can we?
I guess I ain't gonna say what I'm gonna say, folks. But go ahead.
I'm sorry there, brother. Speaking of bars, I just want to give a shout out to our favorite bar there, if they wouldn't mind.
Which one?
Wizo's.
What about it?
You guys need to go there.
Where's Wizo's?
They are really
Never
great. They're
been
down there
No, I'm
on the
just
west
fucking
side
with you.
there on town, in the town.
But no, just like when I go to there's besides the Legion, the VFW, and the Elks stuff. I mean, that's where we sit and talk, and it's among friends. I mean, public is welcome at these places. Yes, you can. People say, well, it's just for members, and I'm going off track myself, but putting my little spit there to the side. But if you're drunk, you public, you never served or anything, or you don't, you are more than welcome to come to either one. Sit down, drink a beer, visit with your fellow veteran. Talk to if you have family that served, and you're like, oh well, my brother served in the Air Force, and my sister, she was a medic in the Army. They could be members, and once you're a member in Illinois, well, I mean, you can go to Oklahoma if you want to, but you're a member of your local chapter. But if you're public, you can just walk in to say, hey, whatever. They may have questions or what, but it's no big deal. You don't have to necessarily be a veteran to go to visit to talk with local vets. And another thing is that what I was getting at is just, go ahead, you're about to say something.
And he's right, folks. For all those politicians and for even regular folks out there going, let's help the younger before the elderly. Listen to this. The elderly are who are going to teach you your actual fucking history. And if you really want to know some history, as my buddy Pop said here, my brother, go to these places. Go to the Moose. Go to the VFWs. Learn some history. Talk to them. Because they are going to teach you stuff you probably don't even fucking know. It'll probably blow your mind. You're going to learn a lot of great
like
stuff.
Like when I go to Wizo's or shoot pool, I'm a fill-in, partial fill-in for pool leagues. But I still go there when I'm not shooting pool or playing darts. But when I go there, there's just a select few of us guys that go on certain days in the afternoon when I have time available. Of course, I know they're there anyway because they're retired. They serve. They both have the same first name, but one of them served 6 years, one of them served 4, but they're still a veteran and they're still with the Legion in the VFW. But they go in there to shoot pool in the afternoons on Tuesdays, and we just shoot the shit. Pardon the language, but we shoot the shit, shoot pool, and we talk about the military, but then also we talk about jobs that they've had that have retired. Like I'm retired from the military. Yeah, I get a pension, but I farm. I work at the family farm.
Which I was going to ask, what does a retired veteran do with their free time?
Well, they can either just be retired, and if they make enough, if you got hurt or in combat or injured or anything, if you didn't see any combat and they got injured, but if they get a good enough pension and whatever, some of them, they'll find another job because, well, like back in the 60s and 70s and the 80s, stuff was cheaper then. I mean, there's problems around as there is today, but like a lot of them will find another job or, when they get out, and that's how they supplement their income, like whatever their hobbies are. Like both of the gentlemen that I'd mentioned earlier that I shoot pool with on Tuesdays, they work at the coal mine. One of the local coal mines around here in Christian County by Taylorville is no longer in business, but when it closed up, they worked for another coal mine. There was 3 or 4 of them around here. Now it's just one.
So, yeah.
But they just moved from one to the other, and they retired and got a pension. It all depends on the person, what if you want a good paying job or if you just want to. They had wife and kids, so
they'll go out there and hold a normal job.
Yeah.
So see, folks, that person that you see at your Walmart greeter or that person on the register, that could be a vet. Treat them with respect.
But like I said, Wizo's is a good bar here in Taylorville, Illinois. One of the best. Of of course, I don't go to all the bars in Taylorville. So if somebody wants to say, well, we've been there and whatever, but it also depends how you treat the people. There's a lot of vets that go to Wiseau's besides the Legion or T or at the VFW. So you know, and there's a lot of vets that they glad they served. We all know who we are, so a lot of times it's just like vets will stick with people, vet or not. But when you go into a bar and let's say, I mean, the certain vets I know and stuff will go there. Um, they will talk to other people and stuff, but then some people get upset, like, well, geez, them 10 guys and 5 gals are down there talking or what. They talk with you and whatever, but then people got to get to know each other. It's still like it back was in the day, but it's a harder world now. It's just like,
well, we got to be on our guard now.
But it's just like, but you know, this is a local community. Everybody knows everybody, but there's like, well, how can everybody know everybody? Well, they do, but then also, it's just that people separate their work lives from their personal life. And when they go to a bar and they know the community that we're in, vet or not, that's one of the local bars. I mean, there's others, but like I said, I go to another bar that's over, where, and it's just, they support the veterans too, as well. And it's just, vets go where every bar supports the vets, yes, but more bars do it than others. And that's why you see more vets in these bars versus the other bars. Yeah, you might see, oh, hey, I seen them at such and such. That's true, but they're there to meet a friend or to visit the bartender, and there's just a lot of people like, well, so and so, oh, hey, how you doing, whatever, and you talk to them for a few minutes. That's fine. And next thing you know, they're for 2 hours. You talk to them for a few minutes.
And you could be friends for eons after that.
Yeah, and then when you go to, so I mean, everybody can put their place or their feelings where they may lie or be.
But speaking of the bar supporting everybody, I'm glad you brought that up because you do something that's really important.
I do.
You get everybody around for these rallies, and well, I call them rallies, but that's not really what they are, guys. They're actually rides for veterans.
Well, it depends on which one you're talking about.
Well, that's what you guys do. You guys go out there. Yes,
there's organizations within.
You get together and you go from place to place.
Well, like,
I don't know how to put it. You know more about it than I do.
VFW and the Legion, they're two separate organizations, but then yet on the same force, on the same page. We do the same. 8 times out of 10, the same fundraisers and everything else. Like for one that I'm involved in is Toys for Tots. I've been doing it for years. A good friend of mine that passed away was Sheriff of Sangamon County, West Bar. I did a lot with him.
Bless his heart.
And then we raised, it's Toys for Tots. I mean, everybody knows what that is, big organization. But like a lot of people say, oh, well, geez, there's only 2 spots in Taylorville that take them. Well, everybody visits different stores and everything else where they're at. They're at more than just 2 locations. There's 3. They're like the bar, like T-Bird we set up a box there. We set up a box at Wiseau's. There's a box, of course, at the VFW in the Legion. There's boxes throughout Christian County where you can take them. Oh, well, these few toys are for them, but that's 6 miles away. Some people I can understand,
And if my numbers are correct, let me cut you off there. I do believe it is T-Bird and Wiseau's actually bring in more than the other places here in town when it comes to Toys for Tots. We greatly appreciate the donations, guys. The kids appreciate it. Trust me, they appreciate it.
And they do. And besides, if you don't have toys, like say, okay, well, you really want to get a toy for a boy and a girl. Say, well, I bought $3, or you bought 2 different $3 items, one for a boy and one for a girl. Like, oh, well, I wish I could do more. If you got that and you want to leave $2, that $2 means a lot. It
Mm-hmm.
goes a lot further than what you think. And by the way, a little off topic here, but I just think that $2 you're going to donate for Toys for Tots is. I'm not saying these people are not important, but don't get me started on it. But I'm just saying the $2 that you're going to donate for Toys for Tots, I'd rather see it go there or St. Jude's or one one of them than send that $2 overseas because they tell you something on TV. Anyway,
I knew that was
but
coming. And Pop's got a point there, folks. Let's take care of ours here. Take care of us first, all right? Africa's Africa. And when you send the money over there anyway, I can tell you exactly what the fuck it goes to. And I don't care if the fuck's gonna sue me right now. It's the fucking matter right now. Fuck give a fuck. It goes to fucking drug lords over there. That's who scoops up first. Your money you think you're sending to Africa to
well, you
help
say
some
it's
poor
drug
kids?
lords, but it's a lot of them, like in Africa and stuff, it's a diamond trade.
That's okay. I rolled into one. I call them drug lords. It's the same thing to me.
To you, but I mean, if you look at it, I mean.
Yeah, the
But
ones
you
that are
totally
running
got
the.
off track, so now it's basically it's what I was trying to tell you folks earlier. I forgot. I mean, it's not all his fault, but I got talking about some things too. But it's one of them deals. And another thing is, it's with the local uh, VFW and the Legion and everything else. Another thing is, it's just suicide is one big thing. There's no dates out yet. We have our meetings. We've had them. Spring is upon us, but summer's coming, and the dates are not out yet. But anybody that wants to rehab rides for people with PTSD and uh, suicide, a lot of it has to do with people that were in the military, but
And if anyone wants to,
also people that have the husband or the wife that have committed suicide. It's for them too.
and if anyone wants to donate to this, where would they go to donate?
You would go into the VFW or the Legion.
They can do it physically. They can walk in.
Yeah, they can just walk right in and say, hey, this is for this fund or that fund. And like I said, I can bring you up get my phone and bring up what we did last year and give you names. Our presidents, they say, well, we have a post commander for each post, the VFW and the Legion. But they set everything up, and then we got people that run each little club, like with this, with suicide prevention and everything else, and with PTSD. It's all there, but the president nominates a group to run that. But I mean, everybody's got to report back to him. But everything's run through that. It's like a filter. But
And the money is tracked where it goes, right?
yes, every dime that we raised.
You heard it, folks. It is tracked where it goes.
Every dime that we raised goes directly to that person or the family that has been affected. Every dime that we take in, we don't get paid for this. Us members do not get paid whatsoever to do these things. We're doing it because we care for other people.
You could have said it. We do it because we're family.
Yes.
Now, a lot of folks don't know this, but I'm a merc. I did my bid. And I served alongside the military too. But it was my brother who also told me that, hey, and a few vets have done it as well. Just because I'm a merc, they did not just include me at all. They said, hey, you fought for your country right there with us. You stood by us too. We helped you guys out as well as you helped us out. The way we look at it, you are family. And this is a very strong family, people. Strong fucking family.
But anyway,
A little bit of off-topic subject there, guys. Sorry about that. What were we talking about there? We had a brain fart.
oh, But anyway, I don't know. It's his deal. I'm not.
Well,
But anyway. Um,
we're getting on hard subjects. We are.
no, you just. Anyway, my point is that I pay dues. Yes, it's not right, but also the Legion of VFW and like the AMVETs, I'm part of them too. So we've got to pay dues to be a member, but it's not right. But then also it's what keeps them going. It's all for a good cause. We was like, oh well, how can I charge you after being? It keeps their doors open. If us members did not pay a due, it would be boarded up. There would be nothing
It's
there.
like when I said in that last video there, buddy. I would be happy to pay a tax if a veteran gets to have his house, his electric and water paid for.
Yes, I know.
I'm fine with that.
But yeah, okay, like say, oh, well, he's this and I'm this, and oh, so and so. So if you had 50 people at the door, yes, they verified that we all served. We all did what we had to do. But then, okay, just come on in. Well, they're recognized by the government, the federal government and the military. Yeah, they're open, but they do not they receive some benefits from the government, but not just to keep the doors open. But then how they gonna, the government ain't gonna give them money for no booze or to have bingo or whatever it is. They gotta have dues from us members. And we wouldn't be members if we didn't think it was right. If it wasn't right, we wouldn't be there.
Right. And if there's a thing going, well, the government should charge you for that. You're damn stupid, they shouldn't. But that's a fact of life, folks. The government really doesn't care. And I'm sorry